I once asked someone close to me, referring to a small packet of pan masala they held in their hands. They said, I asked them, why? Why would you consume a product that has in clear words written death on it? And the reply that I received left me astonished. They said, Beta, even celebrities use this product. So, what's the harm? I was not only bothered by how casually this was said, but also by the lack of accountability this signified. Scared of losing this person, I started to question two things that should be on the mind of every consumer: ethics and accountability. So, what does accountability actually mean? And how do your ethics and morals come into play? Merriam-Webster defines accountability as an obligation or willingness to accept responsibility or to account to one's actions. I believe accountability is to be answerable, show ownership to your actions. Ethics and morals, whereas, are the principles that are either predefined or defined by each individual separately. Now, when there's lack of accountability, the ethical and moral responsibilities you have are to be questioned. This is where your moral alarm must start ringing. This is a wake up call. We, as the general public, don't understand the consequences of blindly believing these celebrities who are getting paid to endorse these products, and they aren't even obliged to use it themselves. And as for the celebrities, why don't they ever question the ethical and moral responsibilities they hold towards the audience that idolizes them? Is some extra cash more important to them than their own followers? What's the harm? They said. This one article by the Times of India caught my eye. It talked about how pan masala affects and causes damages to your body. Consumption of pan masala causes damages to your lungs, stomach, liver, testes, and skin. It disturbs the metabolism of fats and carbohydrates and also causes problems with the sperm. It's so funny how you're not only risking your life, but the life of your generations and generations to come. You know what? Let's rewind back to a few years when the world was in chaos. All hell had broken loose, but us, we were all under lockdown. I reckon we all know about this beloved Ayurvedic brand, which is notorious for its false advertisements. Referring to a few articles by the Times of India, the Hindustan Times, the Economic Times, etc., I remember when COVID had peaked, there was this groundbreaking discovery of an Ayurvedic cure to the virus, which would have made India first in the race of medical innovations. The brand claimed to provide 100% recovery from the coronavirus infection within 7 days of treatment with the company's Ayurvedic medicine. Well, this claim wasn't left unquestioned for long. People started asking for evidence, which the brand could not provide. Soon the government shut this down. They did not vouch for any claims the brand made. And just like every other company, they resorted to gaslighting. The brand was asked to stop all promotion of the medicine as a cure and would only be permitted to sell it as an immunity booster supplement. Funny, isn't it? So, have you guys ever picked up this hand wash bottle and observed there's this label that says provides 99.9999% of protection? A nod to the 0.001% of protection, the germs that they've generously decided to keep around. Let's just consider it a diversity and inclusion policy for germs. At least the brand is being truthful and honest and warning the public about the germs that they cannot get rid of. Playing safe, right? Now, coming back to the present day, this brand we're talking about is all over the news again. And for what? The same old misleading, fraudulent promotions. And this time, they were being put through gentle prodding, heart to heart, for undermining the evidence-based science of allopathy, while during a comparison with Ayurvedic medicine. An incredibly clever move by the brand, which would have resulted in unimaginable experience for the customers they never dreamed of experiencing. This lawsuit was filed by the Indian Medical Association. During a Supreme Court hearing, the brand was asked to apologize and provide proper alibis for the same. Now, let's take another recent instance of Food Standard and Security Authority of India, where they released an advisory to companies to not promote premixed drinks as healthy drinks on their e-commerce portals, specifically calling out a few drinks which are extremely common and consumed by children on a daily basis. But isn't it ridiculous how a premixed drink is being advertised as a meal replacement for children? And how it is claimed to provide enough nutrients? The daily consumption of these drinks show the impact they have on people. These advertisements, which are basically civilized yet unethical manipulation, should be stopped. I guess I'm boring you all while continuously yapping about these false informations, but have you thought why? Why I'm standing here talking about this? Well, I've been a victim to the consequences of disinformation. And yes, I am going to tell you about that too. Well, we all know being a student is so hard. School, tuition, homework, self-study, extracurriculars, and whatnot. Bombarded with work in all directions, I did what any smart kid would do. Reduce sleep, skip meals. As if this was magically gonna turn my 24 hours into 25. It didn't. I started searching for this meal replacing, nutrient rich product which is quick to consume because I don't have the time and would provide me with an instant energy boost. Sounds impossible to find, right? I sat down, typed and typed on the internet, surfing through all the beautiful advertisements, and finally, I came across this genuine looking product which was claimed to be healthy and would provide me with instant energy boost. But there's always a but. Little did I know, this product is packed with sugars and preservatives, which ended up damaging my health more than it already was. I learned from experience, but you don't have to. Not everyone has to live it to learn it. I learned to be more alert and aware and be mindful about what I put my faith in. It's a relief to see the government actively trying to combat the issue of disinformation. But as consumers, surrounded by the modern media at all points of time, it is a major necessity to understand the risks and consequences of these fraudulent commercials. It is important to be aware and vigilant of these dishonest ads because who knows what might be hidden in disguise. Checking with multiple and credible sources, asking questions, asking for evidence, scientific evidence to be precise, backed by a long trial of experiments which show positive results is what as consumers we should be looking for. It's easy to be fooled because who wouldn't believe these picture perfect celebrities and these big brand names that are household staples? But the question here is to ask ourselves, who is to be held accountable? Who bears the ultimate responsibility? The celebrities endorsing these products, the companies marketing them, or just the media culture that drives our so-called modern society. Think and act. Thank you all for your precious time.